Sophia and Caroline might not have a lip tattoo, I do, right after the national championship. We have a close family friend, Scott, who every time we would see him, which is almost always a Michigan versus IU football game, he would ask us, "What's your happiness level out of 10? Those of you who know anything about IU football's past can probably assume what our response would be. Maybe a 5 on a good day, but likely much lower. Never did I think that Scott's simple question, which was mainly to get us fired up about our families being together again, would be something that I took with me far beyond a Lindauer and Nelson family event. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Chelsie Lindauer, and I've been a part of this team for the past 4 years. For those of you who do know me, you may not know that at the end of my freshman year, I was convinced I was going to quit before that upcoming August. I kid you not, an old teammate of ours said, quote, "If anyone were to quit, it'd be you." To be frank with you, rowing is hard, and I was a bit tired of doing hard things. I was tired of the 5 a.m. wake-ups just to be yelled at by Dustin telling me I was going too slow up the high side of the stadium. Tired of the non-stop blisters that just kept coming back. Tired of the unnecessary 30-minute tests that really did ruin every Wednesday of my freshman year. I was slated to be the ultimate sorority girl, and that seemed really appealing to me. As you can see, 4 years later, I was not quite tired enough to actually pull the trigger and quit that August, and wow, am I grateful that I didn't. As I look back on freshman year me, who thought I was just too tired to go through another year, let alone 3 more years of rowing, I think of our friend Scott. By his math, I was sitting at a solid 4 out of a scale of 10. I was going through the motions with little to show that I was genuinely having a good time. I realize now that I was looking for my happiness, my 10, in all of the wrong places. I know now that rowing doesn't ask you for your happiness level or some number on a scale. All that rowing, and specifically Indiana rowing, asks you for is a commitment to yourself and your team that redefines what a perfect 10 might be. Scott's question follows me in everything that I do. A morning on Lake Lemon that's debatably too cold and definitely too windy to go out before would fall as a 3 out of 10, but the sunrise that I get to watch brings it to a 10. Summer training, when we all consider ourselves Dustin's close personal friends, might be slightly early for a fun summer, but the chocolate milks afterwards bring it to a 10. 2 tendon tears, 2 years in a row, and 1 surgery. I won't even rank that one. You can guess, it makes things hard. But the teammates, coaches, and athletic trainers that got me through it bring me to a 10. The fact that out of our entire freshman class, we're left with 5 OG seniors, that's a 5. But the friends, roommates, future bridesmaids, and a chance to literally be in one's wedding this past fall, an automatic 10. Our 2 transfers who've supported me both inside and outside of rowing, and 1 girl from URI that has become one of my best friends, brings my 1s to 10s. Norovirus, 0. But the group chat and the fact that everyone went through that together, that's easily a 10. And lastly, the countless 6K and 2K ergs, that's a 2. But the feeling of crossing the line at Big Tens knowing that you gave it your all is a 10. All of these examples to show that no matter how hard the sport or even a single practice might be, there's so much more that Indiana rowing gives you to make up for it. IU rowing and the community it gave me, it taught me more than how to row a boat. It taught me how to pick myself and others up at a 1 and transfer our mindsets to a 10. If I had quit that August, not only would I have missed out on probably a dozen 2Ks and 6Ks that really would have showed my true fitness, but also all of the lessons that rowing had to teach me. There's value in learning that a 6 a.m. stadium really will not kill you, though it may seem like it. And rowing in 30-plus mile-hour winds on Ohio State's lake will make a man out of you. Choosing the easy path to quit and leave rowing behind like it was no big deal would have been the comfortable choice, and likely far more fun. But it would have left me without this community that means so much to me. By choosing the hard, I learned that working hard is not just in how much sweat you've lost by the end of a workout, but the mental discipline it takes to simply keep going. The ultimate 10 is knowing that in 4 years, you will develop the skills and mindset needed to know that when life gets difficult, you're more than prepared. To the coaches, thank you for pushing me past the limits I'd set for myself. To the athletic trainers, thank you for putting me and so many of my teammates back together multiple times, and for all the tea with the ATs you let me share. My family, who's heard every complaint I've ever had about this sport, and still continues to tell me that our stroke rate is way too low going down the course. And to my teammates, thank Thank you for giving me a reason to stay. You all are my automatic 10s.